Hi everybody, we're getting ready to go to Vivè Mèxico down at the Oz Bar. I've got my Mexican best on, so happy Independence Day, Mexico. Okay, so we're here at Oz Bar. I know it's a little loud, so hopefully you can hear this. So the show should be starting shortly. Thanks. Okay, everybody, this is Sister ElleE'Phant. She's actually going to be helping me. She's going to film the blessing, and she actually is performing in the I'm sorry, she's just here to support.
I'm pretty.
She is, and she had a makeup lesson today, so.
Great night planned for you. You guys, I hope that you took advantage of our wonderful Mexico-themed buffet. If you haven't, wasn't it? Well, try to get your mic. Where your mic? Oh, you don't have a mic?
Boom!
Oh, they won't let you have one here?
No.
Oh, well.
It's because I'm really loud.
Trixie Deluxe, well, thank you for being here. Thank you guys for letting her back into the bar, because I know that the suspension doesn't end for another 6 months, but thank you guys for being so generous. Thank you, Mikey. All right, here we go. You guys, we got a great night planned for you tonight. We are raising funds. We welcome the Imperial Court of Arizona here this evening. The Imperial Court of Arizona and our special guests will be performing this evening. We have tons of auction baskets and great opportunities. And we're raising funds tonight for Mulligan's Manor. Give it up for Mulligan's Manor. Maybe you don't know, maybe you don't recognize, but we're going to talk a little bit about them, and we're going to let you guys know what we're raising funds for a little bit later in tonight's program. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we want to get things started. And in the grand tradition of the Imperial Court of Arizona, we'd like to welcome to the stage to provide our blessing for tonight's event, the preceptor of Perpetual Indulgence for Reign 12. Please welcome Sister Marie ElleE'Phant.
Como la canción El amor más grande de todos dice, creo que los niños son nuestro futuro, enséñales bien y déjalos llevar por el camino. Muéstrales toda la belleza que poseen dentro, deles un sentido de orgullo para hacerlo más fácil. Esto es lo que hace esta bendita organización. Ayúdanos a apoyar esta gran organización sin fines de lucro, abriendo nuestros bolsillos. Como siempre, no se haga nuestra voluntad sin la tuya. Del corazón, a través de la corte para la comunidad, todo el amor, toda la alegría, ninguna culpa, bendecido sea.
Thank you to Cal 12, 13, 12. Tyra Marie is here, and she's put together this wonderful event.
Yeah, she made that buffet back there. I hope
Did you make the buffet?
Yeah, she just got off her work.
You know.
She brought the chips and
Oh yeah, there was an extra. They had extra at work. Thank you for bringing that.
Thank you.
You guys, those operators were about to expire this morning, so thank you.
I hope you enjoy.
To Tyra Bertos.
We all have one more thing.
Yes, Tyra
I
Bertos.
was Tyra Bertos.
I wouldn't either. Hell no.
Have you seen it?
Because she's open 24 hours.
Oh.
To provide counsel and advice.
A warm hug.
All right, you guys, we got a show planned for you tonight. And the Imperial Court of Arizona all year long, ladies and gentlemen, celebrating 12 years here in Phoenix. Their mission is very simple, to raise funds for other charitable organizations by putting on fun events such as Vivè Mèxico.
Viva Mexico.
Oh, Vivè Mèxico. All right. Sorry.
Say it like you mean it, Olivia.
Viva Mexico.
Say it like you mean it.
Viva Mexico. You didn't know that? Tina Cucaracha did it. No, I don't know.
Okay.
You know. You're doing good so far. Viva Mexico.
Viva Mexico.
We're going to get you that.
Yes.
You know how to say tequila?
I do know how to say tequila. Dos tequila.
Uno para mí.
Para mí.
Para mi amiga. One for me and one for my friend.
Oh, okay. All right, you guys. Tonight, we're going to talk about fun things like that. Anyways, we're going to do a great show plan for you guys tonight. And show we have many special guests from throughout the country.
But first of all, we do have a special speaker here, Chuck, all the way from Mulligan's Manor. He's going to actually tell us what we're raising money for and the amazing work that you guys do here in Arizona. So let's put our hands together. Okay, once again for Chuck.
Thank you. The gusto es mío. For those of you that don't know what Mulligan's Manor is,
Listen up!
I'll go ahead and I'll give you a synopsis of what Mulligan's is. Mulligan's Manor is a home. We started, Jenny Diaz and myself started Mulligan's Manor 6 years ago because we wanted to be foster parents. And when we were going through the foster parent process, we found out that the LGBTQ youth were treated the worst in the system. So Jenny said, this is what we're going to do. So we turned our 5-bedroom, 3,000 square foot house into a group home that specifically is made for LGBTQ youth. We're the first in the country to house kids from 12 to 17. So far, we've been open 6 years. We are a 501c3, so we are fully nonprofit. And I am very proud. We just got our audit back, and we just got our survey done for behavioral health and through ASU. 92.6 cents of every dollar we receive goes to the direct care of the kids. And we also started our own behavioral health service.
Yes.
Because what we found is the system, if you guys know, the system just doesn't provide services that are adequate to our youth. They ridicule, they tell them you need to change, stuff like that. So we were at 95 cents for every dollar. But since we opened up the behavioral health and we started paying psychiatrists, nurse practitioners, therapists, it dropped down to 92.6. So I'm very proud that we're still at that percentage. We have 24-hour staff. We provide over, this month we've already provided 637 therapeutic hours on people's donations to help our kids.
Nice.
And I'm going to give you guys, we've aged 14 kids out of our home, and I'm proud to announce 14 out of 14 are on full ride scholarships now. I have 3 residents that are at UCLA third year of medical school. So I am, I'm just ecstatic. When we started this 6 years ago, I told my wife, "What are you, nuts?" I said, "What are you, nuts?" And I said, "You really want to do this? We raised our kids already." And, and I kind of backed off. I'm going to be honest. I kind of backed off and said, I don't want to do this. And then my wife asked me for help one day. And this story still gets me a little emotional, so bear with me. I got a call from my wife saying, "Honey, we need to go pick up this young man at county hospital." I said, "Why? What's up?" She goes, "He can't sit. He has to lay down." So I said, "Okay, no problem. I'll go pick him up, bring him to the house." So I walk into the county hospital emergency room and I tell them I'm here for this young man. And they said, "Sit down." After about 10 minutes, I look to my left. I got a sheriff on my left. I got a security guard on my right. So, and I didn't think anything of it. I get up to use the restroom, and they follow me. And I come out of the restroom, they're at the door. So I just kind of said, excuse me, and moved around and went over to the drinking fountain, and they were still behind me. So I thought that was a little peculiar. So I walked up to the receptionist, and I says, hey, what's going on here? I'm here to pick up this young man. I'm from Mulligan's Manor. She goes, oh, I thought you were this young man's father. She goes, come on back. I'm sorry. They took me back. There was a 14-year-old boy laying on a stretcher, and he was kicking and screaming and cussing and kicking, and they were trying to hold him down. And it looked like someone took an X-Acto knife and cut him from his shoulders to his buttocks in excess. And they were using that water pick thing to clean out his wounds. And every time they tried to staple him, this kid just kicked, and they were trying to give him a shot to calm him down, and he would just kick and scream. And me, being an ex-military, 30 years in the service, 19-year veteran, wounded warrior, I walked up and I said, hey, what the hell's going on? And they all looked at me and they said, who are you? I said, I'm going to take this young man to my house. And so he looked up at me and I said, what's going on? And, why are you fighting with him? And he goes, I don't trust any of them. So I knelt down in front of him and I said, you know what? Nobody's going to get to you unless they go through me. And I sat there and held both of his hands as they put 332 staples in this young man's back. And he did it with no painkiller, and he shed one tear. Now, I'm a wounded warrior, and I got to be honest, I consider myself one tough SOB. And when I looked at him, when they were cleaning those wounds out, I could see the white of his ribs. And when I got hurt, I was screaming for morphine. This kid made me feel like I was this big. And when I took that young man, after he was done, I put him in the car and I took him home. I put him in his room, and I said, are you hungry? And he goes, I could eat. Could I have a sandwich or something? And I said, you bet. Whatever you want, I'm going to go get it. So I went out in the kitchen. I made him a sandwich. I went back. He wasn't in the bed. I couldn't find him. I looked in the room, and I was like, where'd he go? So I went down to the bathroom. Maybe he went to the bathroom. And I went back to the room, and I saw the twin bed move a little bit. He had crawled underneath the bed. And I stayed with him for the next 3 days. I changed his bandages, and I made sure he ate. And I'm proud to announce that he's one of the med students.
Oh, yeah.
And it made me realize this is my purpose. And I will do this free, out of my pocket. If the kids need something, I'm going to pay for it. Because I got a retirement from the military. But guess what? I don't need it. They do. And I will never take a dime from any of these kids. So I can assure you that your money's not going to cover my salary, Miss Jenny's salary. It covers our therapeutic staff salary. And I will maintain that promise for as long as I'm alive. And I want to say thank you, because anytime we've ever needed anything, we put it out to the community. We needed an extra bathroom because the city said we couldn't have. We only started out with 5 kids, and now we're at 8. And they said, you need another bathroom. And Jenny and I are going, how are we going to do this? Without people like you, we would have never got our bathroom. And we got our bathroom. We just recently had to go out and buy a brand new van because our other van that we had, 366,000 miles on it, finally just died. So, and this is the thing, and this is without help from people in the community like yourselves. I'm being 100% honest. We could not do what we do for these kids now. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I want to say thank you to the Imperial Court because they keep us so we can continue to provide services that are not mediocre, that are the best of the best. And I just really want to say thank you guys. And I greatly appreciate everything you guys do for us.
No, thank you.
Thank you, Chuck, and thank you. And please give your wife a huge round and thank you for all of us.
How are you?
We'll give her a big hug from all of us and tell her we thank her so much for all of her hard work and all the hard work you guys do together.
I know.
But, so, now we know what we're here raising money for, so please dig deep in your pockets. We've got amazing auction items for you. We've got tons of talent, and I believe we also have Jello shots walking around.
Jello shots? Who's selling Jello shots?
I hope they're not walking by themselves.
Oh, there we go. We got Jello shots.
Jello shots?
So enjoy delicious Jello shots. Jello shots are gelatin with vodka.
Have you tried one before?
I have had them, yes, at other events, and they are delicious. Also, there's sugar in there, so it makes it a little bit more delicious for you. Enjoy them.
I know.
What's happening?
I think it was the
With each Jello shot you purchase, you get a souvenir plastic cup to take home. So you're
Yes,
welcome.
please take that cup home with you.
Ah! Oh my God, you lost the flower.
Flowers.
Como la
Floor. And maybe there's a flower on the floor.
Se me cayó el flor.
Oh, yeah.
Se me cayó el
She said
flor.
her butthole fell out. It's
Oh
okay.
my goodness gracious. All right, you guys, we're gonna get this show going and the show on the road. You guys ready for a good night?
Do you want a free shot? They're already paid for. He's welcome to give away. Do you want one?
Let us at this time.
Welcome to the stage, your Empress 12, Miss Alaska Knight.
We're going to be bringing on two brand new members to the court tonight. One's going to be our Marquesa, and one's going to be one of the ladies. So at this time, we're going to take a little time and invest them into our line this evening. So at this time, I'd like to call forth Kareme. Lizade. I think I said that right. Don't lose it. Beautiful. Did I say it right? Okay. By the powers invested in me. Just kidding.
Here, I'll read it out, and then you can do the from the heart.
Too bad, Gerald.
Don't take off any of your
Okay.
This is a baby song.
So this is a little bit of housekeeping that we do as the Imperial Court. We're bringing on a new line member. So be it known throughout all the realms and empires of the international court system, Karime Lizalde has been invested as her royal right honorable Marquesa of the Imperial Court of Arizona from reign 12. As a token of our appreciation and in public recognition of a treasured friend and supporter of the Imperial Court of Arizona and the international court system. Ready?
I know, it's a baby song.
Right. Because we almost got cut. Right? Off with their hand.
From the heart. For the court. Through the court. For the community. Where's Julie at? Julie, where are you? It's just, yeah, don't mess up the flower. We just kind of, yeah, just kind of, yeah. You can just hold it, it's just a temporary. Just, yeah, just, don't mess up her hair. Just, yeah, just, it's just a little symbol. Yeah, don't mess up her hair. No. No. Just let her hold it. Yeah, let her hold it. Yes. Don't tear off her earring. Okay. Thank
Now
you
that
so
people
much.
can keep their heads, she wants to watch.
At this time, I call up Persephone King.
Why don't we do it where you come around?
Okay. I'm gonna have you come down.
You kneel to us.
Off with her head.
I'm gonna stab you.
Again.
Okay. Be it known throughout all the realms and the empire of the international court system, Persephone Hard Broom King has been invested as her royal lady of the Imperial Court of Arizona, Reign 12. From the heart, for the community, through the court, for the community,
At coronation. Yeah. It should be on there. No, it's not. No, her pin is on hers.
No, that's the one that came. That all came from you. It's gotta be here somewhere. Here it is.
Oh, okay. We was about to hit you. No, lady, we can maybe that one.
Okay. We got it.
Thank you so much. And we have a couple different things to give you guys. That's pretty good. Okay. There you go. That's all your information. Your
Okay, so now we've left Oz and now we're at Anvil for the Prince Royale. And here's a lot of hookers. She's along with us too. We come here because Navi's going to, or Misdemeanor is going to be performing at Anvil for the Prince Royale Robert Schimberg's event. And thank you. Okay, we made it home. There's Misdemeanor.
Yes.
She performed at Anvil, so tonight ended up being a double dipper, and now we're home.